Y'all know the name. You gonna know the name too. Yep. It's King Young. I said, yeah. So my slogan, I say, flow so sick, like a nigga got the flu. I ain't sending shots at you. I send shots at your whole crew. They all know the name. You gonna know the name too. It's King Young, and don't forget that 702. Nigga, you suck. Nigga, you suck, nigga. Just like them other A-hat niggas, so I guess the apple don't fall too far from the tree. To join us, we gonna need a hand sacrifice. The thing is here, Mr. Adams, we're not your family. Nigga, on my mama, nigga. The thing is here, Mr. Adams, we're not your family. What up, what up? It's your boy King Young 702. Straight out the cookout, straight out the north. I grew up in Northtown, right behind Jerry's Nugget, if y'all familiar with that North 5th and Lake Mead, right on Harvard Street. When you search up on like the media or like YouTube, you see a lot of young kings and King Youngs, and they all spell their shit with the O, and I took the O out, put the King Young, Y-U-N-G, but I had to make it like strictly for me. And me, I'm from Vegas, so that's how we got it, King Young 702. I'm the only King Young 702 in Las Vegas. The only King Young. And I'm the king of all youngs. That's how I feel. I was doing sports most of my time, but I stayed in church. And I ended up swaying from church a little bit, you know, got into the world, started being of the world, started seeing how everything came around, and I grew up knowing Christ, but also knowing real and street and everything else. So that's how my life was always balancing. So I had a little ups and downs, shootouts and shit like that. But look, I'm still here. I made it.
King Young, 702. You gotta fight back, my nigga. Fight back. Let's go, King.
A lot of us in the cookout, though, just to be honest, a lot of us in the cookout wouldn't be who we are if it wasn't for Gas. So, you know, shout out to Gas for that one. I was really just an artist. You know, I was singing, open up for other artists like Lil Boosie, Split Star, J-Rock. I done sung for John B. I done did my little history on the thing. I used to dance and do music with Dizzy Wright back in the day. So a lot of shit, I was already being an artist, but Gas hit me and was like, man, I feel like you got bars. I feel like you got what it takes. First thing he said, you know, when he said battle rap, you know, I was like, what? No. Hell no. Somebody say something about my kids, I'm tripping. Somebody say something about my mom, I'm going ham. And all that shit, I was just like, fuck it, man, I'll try it. He was like, no, just do your 16. And then when I spit my 16 up there without no music, no beat, and I seen how the crowd reacted to the 16, like they really like my lyrics, they like my words. First, when I started battle rapping, it seemed like anytime somebody brought up my kids, I would lose. Every time I lose my material, my mind go blank. And it's just like, the first time I really witnessed that and they was talking about my kids was J-Mon. J-Mon was the first one that hit me with the kid, and he mixed it with the bars, and it was hard. You gotta go look at the battle, it was hard. And I basically had to learn how to channel my inner like feelings and not show it on stage and not let it affect my performance. And then another thing is battle rap, because sometimes, like, yeah, you will get in that moment where you want to punch him dead in his mouth. You fuck battle rap and you want to fight. And it's not even like that. It's the art of it. You know, people came to see the bars, came to hear what you got, had to hear your rounds. I had to stick with it, and it's just like, I don't know, I had to learn how to set that shit to the side and actually keep it for the culture and learn how to fight with my words. So now it's different. So with my hands, I can fight with my words. And when I learned how to just put that together and actually like keep it at a nice little composure, shit was crazy. It's crazy now. So I actually found out the art of it because I wasn't really watching it. I didn't know none of these A-hat rappers or all these motherfuckers on URL. I don't know. I ain't know none of them. I ain't never really looked at it. I had to really start watching battles and learn how the art of it go. Like, you show to bump me, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth. But on stage, that's where it's okay to do it. Now I'm starting to think, I'm like, okay, you gotta turn it around. You can be violent, be disrespectful, and breathe free. You can say whatever the fuck you wanna say. And can't nobody touch you, can't nobody do nothing. That's the art of battle rap. You can't let your feelings show. If you gonna wear that motherfucker, put it in your pocket. Do not wear it on your sleeve. They can see that shit for sure. After I see how people die on that stage, I want to be the one killing too. Like shit, I want to be a killer. Fuck it. I'm gonna kill on the outside. Let's be a killer in the cookout. I want to be a killer. And shit, it was ever since the 2v2, it was on after that. That's where it happened. And that's when everything changed for me. That's when motherfuckers started seeing like, oh yeah, I got bars. I've been had bars, it's just, I wasn't taking it serious, I'm gonna be honest.
If I overlapped you, you passed me, you still the last one. Call me the Undertaker cause it's Ron, this is the last one.
What else?
Shit.
Come on, going.
Call me the Undertaker cause you're Ron, this is the last one.
Hey, hold it down, let it rap.
When I was battling, I get my first round, everybody know like, oh, this man got something. Then when I get to the second round, I start forgetting material. Then my third round, I'd probably choke shit, to be honest. My struggle was memorizing my shit. Memorizing my material was the hardest thing for me because it's not like 16s. It's like you're writing 24s, but you gotta write 3 of them and you gotta know all 3 of them by heart. No phones, no looking at your hand, writing notes. Nothing. You gotta really like know that shit. So my biggest thing is I wasn't prepping. I wasn't actually trying to like prep my food before I serve it. I was like, I'm just serving uncooked chicken. Like this shit ain't working. You can't bring that to the cookout. Ain't nobody gonna eat it. I had to prep my shit. You know what I'm saying? It took me like the whole month. Like I started writing as soon as he tell me when I'm battling somebody. I started really trying to like prep my materials, and then I started memorizing my shit and actually took it serious. Your last battle, you was talking gangster to a non-gangster. That makes you a weak performer. I'll reach for this kamikaze and put it to your eye. Now he can really peep the aura. What you gonna say in your rounds, nigga? What you gonna say in your rounds, nigga? That I got the most losses? That I'm big and fat? That I'm stumbling on my round? Nigga, they know all that. For him, it's probably not. He kept saying that, whatever. But for me, it's a big battle. Like, you been doing shit, and I feel like if I beat you, it's gonna be a good look for me. So I had to make sure I beat him. So let me just throw out my flaws. Let me make my whole little first round, the beginning of my first round, let me just throw out what everybody else say about me. So you don't have nothing to say about me. So I asked him, I was like, I said, what you gonna say in your rounds? That I got the most losses, that I'm big and fat, that I stumble in all my rounds? Nigga, they know all that. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if I throw my shit out there first, can't nobody else throw it up against me, and it turned around and it was a good look for me, you feel me? So that's how I started doing that shit and had to flip that motherfucker. Turn my negative into a positive. Yes, sir. Man, shit just took off, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Now I feel like I'm a threat. Some feel like I'm a threat too, but just know I am a threat. I am. The issue now, and the thing that, like the drive that gives it, like will push me and keep me going, is to prove everybody wrong, man. I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. I came from top 10th at the 10th spot. I'm at the bottom. Like, I'm trying to climb up. I want to climb. I want to be top 3, top 2. Shit, even if I could, I'll be 1. But it seemed like everybody was doubting me at first. I had the most battles, but I also had the most losses. You feel me? So I had to learn, and actually it's like boxing. You can't get up there, I can't get up there with Floyd and say, I'm gonna be the best, and I'm gonna whoop Floyd, and I'm gonna do this. You have to crawl, you have to learn the art of it. I had to learn it. I didn't know nothing about battle rap. So the more and more I stuck with it, the more and more I fought, the more and more I got into it, it made me more interested, but I took it more seriously. So that's kind of how it happened, but I feel like they just felt like I was gonna be a choker and I was gonna keep losing and I'm just getting up there wasting time. Man, I had to turn that shit around. They always say turn your negatives into a positive. And I stopped doing that shit. I just showed them, like, fuck it, stick with what you know. If you know you got bars and you know your shit, keep practicing your shit until you go up there and do that shit. And do that shit, man. Don't try to do it, do it. Fuck what everybody else saying, do that shit. I ain't give a fuck about the crowd, my opponent. I'm more so when I get on stage, I'm battling myself. Cause I know where I came from before to who I am now. So that's how I feel like it came across. You hear me? Stay tuned, man. Follow, like, share, man. Go get the app. Go get the app. Sound Up Media, man. Get that. You need it. It's in your life. And anybody that's already on it, thank you. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it.